Now it's time for me to introduce you to someone, if you don't know her. She's named Democratic Representative Rosa DeLauro is her name. And when you see her, you'll recognize her because she's the really old one with purple hair. You can't miss her when you see her. She's like 80 years old, I think, maybe older. And I remember seeing her down at the joint session speech down in the gallery. And she looked like, and I'm not trying to be mean when I say this, this is the most literal description I could give, that she looked like a corpse with a wig. Not even trying to be funny. I thought that's what she was at first. I really did. I saw her there. I thought there's a dead person. Are they doing a wake? Is there some kind of wake happening? I've never been to a speech like this before. Do they do a wake for a recently deceased congressman before all these speeches? Maybe that's a tradition. But then I noticed that she was moving a little bit. And then I thought, oh dear Lord, she's zombified. There's like a literal leftist zombie with purple hair walking around the floor of Congress. And just a bizarre sight, a very bizarre sight. But, just because she's 64,000 years old, that doesn't mean that she can't connect with the youth. And at least that's what the Democrats seem to think. And that was the point of this video. Watch.
Yo, this is the Ranking Rizzler on Appropriations, serving Connecticut's 3rd District. It's time to enter your dark academia Congress era. All right, besties. House Appropriation is the money moves in Congress. We are not chasing the bag. We are the bag. Democrats are making life smoother through government funding. It's giving, it's giving. So Sigma, main character energy. But Republicans' Project 2025 is mad sus. Eliminating the Department of Education? Negative aura points. Basically, the biggest phantom tax on the environment, on your education, and your rights. Big L posting it online, buddy. Democrats understood the assignment, but go off. See how I keep you informed? Very cutesy, very demure.
Yeah, that's how you reach the young people, by having the Mad Hatter's great-grandmother do a TikTok video. That's how you do it. You reach out to the youth with a fossilized troll doll. You reach out to the youth with a TikTok video from the witch from Disney's Sword in the Stone, which that's a little bit of a deep cut. You got to Google that one, but when you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Purple hair, basically. Anyway, I can only hope this is the Democrat Party's big plan for youth outreach. But what I'm afraid of is that the Republicans will see this and learn the wrong lessons from it. They'll see this and think, well, we got to do. Yeah, this is it, guys. Look at all the hits this is getting. Look at all the views and clicks and shares. And so maybe the Republicans will respond by slapping a mohawk on Mitch McConnell, or having Chuck Grassley do some, skateboard tricks, which that actually would be impressive. So that's not a good example. This video with the purple hair lady is not impressive at all. It is baffling, though. It's very baffling. Because it is in every way the opposite of how you appeal to young people. Young people, and this has been true since forever, basically, young people don't need to hear you use their slang. In fact, they don't want to hear you use it. The slang exists so that old people don't use it. That's the whole point of it. What young people have always valued is authenticity. Now, I say that even though there are a lot of people in Gen Z who are proponents of gender ideology, and they'll celebrate a man pretending to be a woman. So this point about authenticity kind of needs to be highly qualified. But still, even with that qualification in mind, it remains the case that if you want to connect with younger people, they need to feel like you're being real. And if you think about it, it's kind of interesting that over the past, say, 15 years, okay, go back the past 15, 20 years. Think of the politicians who have managed to attract a loyal, devoted base of younger voters. And there haven't been many. How many politicians have been able to do that? Well, Donald Trump has done it. As much as I hate to admit it, Bernie Sanders did it, at least for a time. And then if you go back 15, to the 15 to 20 year range, go back to around 2000, 6, 7, 8, Ron Paul was another one. Back in my days of youth, Ron Paul was the popular one with the kids. And what do all of them have in common? They're all elderly. These are all elderly politicians who managed to attract a pretty large devoted followings of young people. And none of them did it by pretending to be cool or hip or whatever, or by using internet slang. None of them did that. They all have very distinct personalities and styles that haven't changed pretty much at all in like 50 years. That's the other thing you notice about those three guys in particular, is that if you go back to any point in their lives and look at a video of them speaking, they're saying the same stuff. They've been saying the same thing for decades and decades and decades. And there are other reasons that those three in particular appealed so much to their grandchildren and great-grandchildren's generations. I'm just pointing out that this tactic, the tactic that we just saw in that cringe fest of a video, that has no track record of actually working. Because if you want to appeal to younger people again, and I would say this is, and you could always say, well, everybody wants authenticity. Maybe in theory everybody does, but I think it's a lot more important to younger voters. Younger voters are a lot more likely to see someone being totally fake and phony and kind of roll their eyes and say, that's lame, that's cringe. I think boomer voters, older voters have a much higher tolerance for that kind of thing. In fact, this video that we just watched is really made to appeal to older people. That older people are the ones who are going to see that and go, oh, look, isn't that silly and fun? But as for appealing to younger people, it doesn't work at all. And yet they keep doing it. And I hope they do. I hope they continue. This is a great strategy. Keep pursuing it. Hey, YouTube, thanks for listening to the show. If you'd like access to my full show with no ads, you should go to dailywire.com and use promo code Walsh to get 2 months free on all annual plans. See you there.